Alright, so here we are at the end of chapter 6 and the start of chapter 7, which is the final chapter. So let's jump right into that.
In the following weeks, it was hard to tell how much the Empire's situation was shifting, but one thing was certain: changes were happening. With the death of their ringleaders, the Imperial Liberation Front's campaign of terror was finally over. And in recognition of our actions in Ruhr and at Corellia Fortress, all of us in Class 7 were invited to Valflame Palace. There, we were granted the honor of an audience with His Majesty the Emperor, Eugent III, along with Empress Priscilla, the mother of Princess Alphen and Crown Prince Cedric. But no sooner had we been thanked than we came face to face with the leaders of the factions that divided the nation. The heads of the 4 great houses who rule their vast provinces with absolute authority. And the Chancellor and his close ally, Governor Regnitz, who brought reforms to Heimdall and expanded the railways. Both sides were quick to offer us words of praise, but just as quickly turned to criticize each other's role in the crisis. Eventually, His Majesty was forced to step in and rebuke both sides, clearly disgusted by their behavior. As it stood, the terrorists' defeat made it difficult for their supposed supporters in the noble faction to act openly. While Crossbell's push for independence was causing enough of a stir over there to keep the reformists busy. With both sides tied up, it looked like the Empire was in for a long overdue respite from its perpetual conflict. We'd finally gotten all the details for our concert performance worked out. And Elliot announced that we'd be doing 2 songs, a duet between Machias and Eustace, then a solo by Emma. To no one's surprise, all 3 of them were quick to raise objections. But after Crow and Elliot explained their choices and how their master plan would win over the audience, the rest of the class was totally on board, leaving our new vocalists to resign themselves to the inevitable. Unfortunately, with the good times came some sad news as well. It turned out that Marquis Ragnar was furious at Angelica for her part in what we did at the mine, and as a result, she was forced to leave the academy. Contrary to the official statement, her withdrawal was to be permanent. Before she left, she asked me if I'd look after the Orbital bike for her. At first, I didn't want to. It felt like I'd be accepting that she'd be gone. But after thinking it over, I finally agreed. With so much going on, we decided to take Prince Olivert up on his proposal of a brief vacation north in Ymir. It proved to be quite an eventful trip, and it really drove home just how much we'd come to mean to each other. I'd tell you all about it, but we'd be here for hours. Maybe another time.
What the hell? A lot happened.
Anyway.
No, not anyway, Reen. Like, it's like, here's like half a game's worth of stuff that just happened, and let's just continue on. Alright. So pretty much a month later. Festival prep day 1.
Could I have your attention, please? It's another great day. Perfect weather to start bringing all your great festival ideas to life. Some of you have been preparing since last month, and some even longer. I know you're all itching to get started. So without further ado, I hereby declare the first day of festival preparation begun. We have today and tomorrow, but try not to leave any work until tomorrow night unless you really have to. All right, everyone, let's do this, and stay safe out there.
I want to thank you all for the effort you put in over these last 2 weeks, everyone. Well, at least things are really coming together now. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks, though. You said it. I don't think I realized how much work this would involve. Elliot's a merciless taskmaster when it comes to music. It's like he unleashes the beast within. Sorry, I just really want this performance to be the best it can be. Don't worry about it. Given the short time we've had to prepare, I shudder to think what our band would sound like without your guidance. Yeah, I'm sure it'll sound great. Well, the songs are coming together nicely, I admit. We aren't seriously going to do that, are we? Come on, give it up already. Emma's song is really sounding great. Agreed, I'm sure you'll be quite the sight on stage once you're in your outfit. The boys will be all under your spell. You guys, that's not the kind of pressure I need right now. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at Machias and Eustace, who know they'd work so perfectly together. And to think, at the outset, I doubted that they'd had it in them to actually cooperate. Yep, and now look at them crooning together in perfect harmony. But that's the worst part. Speak for yourself, I've never felt so humiliated in my life. Sounds like you're all having such a gosh darn good time, I almost hate to interrupt. I just want to let you know that the principal's given you permission to use the old schoolhouse. You're all free to use it for rehearsal or whatever you need all the way through to the end of tomorrow. Really? Phew, that's the weight off our shoulders. There's only so much of our performance we can practice in the music room's limited space. Yeah, and Class 1's been hogging the auditorium all to themselves. Well, considering they're performing an operetta, I'm not sure where else they could practice. The first floor of the old schoolhouse should be a fine makeshift auditorium as far as our practice needs go. It's even got the stage area. What more could we ask for? Sounds like a great solution to me. Though every time I step through those doors, I'm always reminded of our first day of school. The first day of many deceptions by a certain instructor. I'm afraid the statute of limitations has expired on that one. You know, a little bird told me 2 people who might be in this room right now had a rather intimate experience that day. Ooh, tell me. Well, it's nothing worth mentioning. How did he find out about that anyway? Well, shall we go our separate ways for today then? Yeah, our costumes should be coming in this evening. So I think we're fine spending today helping with the setup and decorations. Might as well pitch in while we can. I'm guessing tomorrow's schedule just has rehearsal written in every blank. True, it only seems right to spend today helping out our club members. Guess we oughta. Were you planning on helping Toa with the last-minute student council stuff, Reen? Yeah, the student council's been totally swamped these last few days, so I figured I'd lend them a hand. I was thinking of looking in on the old schoolhouse while I was making out the rounds too. That'd be helpful, even though we'll just be using the first floor, we should make sure nothing has shifted around in there. If you're gonna make a sweep of the place, just ring me on my Arcus, I'd be happy to tag along. Okay, thanks. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plates. All I can say is, good luck. I'll probably be patrolling the campus, so just let me know if anything happens. I'll give you guys a call when the costumes come in. I really want us to at least try those on today. Just make sure they all fit. Just to make sure they all fit. Okay, so I guess we got requests we've got to do. Pretty boring, run-of-the-mill stuff, I guess. Maybe. I mean, this game's got to end on a cliffhanger, right? If you wouldn't mind taking care of this stuff for me, I'd really appreciate it. No problem. Glad to help out. Alright, so what do we got here? We have 1 required. So mail mix-up. Received the package that clearly wasn't meant for us. Outside class to second year classroom preparing for the festival. So Bridget. Radio Trista, Michael. And something for instructor Beatrix at the infirmary. Alright. I'd figure they'd probably all be related to the festival in some way. The shops in Trista do seem pretty keen on helping out though. That's nice of them. Yeah, they do every year. The radio station is even doing a little something for us too. Alright, I'll see what I can do to keep the ball rolling in town then. Great, that'd be a big help. Oh, but remember not to neglect your concert practice, okay? Crow's been telling me about it. It sounds like you guys are really pulling out all the stops. That's the idea, yeah, but we haven't started group rehearsals yet. Most of us have family coming in to watch though, so for better or worse, we're going to have to give it all we've got. By the way, do you think Angelica will be able to make it? Well... Sorry, I guess it's not looking too hopeful, huh? I just don't know. I've tried calling the Marquis's household, but they won't even let me talk to her. But still, this is Angie. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, Angie would never break a promise. Besides, you guys are all here. Crow's here, George is here. I'm sure she'll be here too. That's why we need to make this festival a big success. I want Angie to forget the bad times for a little while and have fun. And I know your concert will be a part of that too. When you put it like that, I want to do whatever I can to make it a good time for her. Besides, as your follow-up act, we'd look bad if we weren't cheering just as loud. If they weren't cheering just as loud for us. I can't wait to see what you guys have in store. Toa. Sorry to butt in, but it looks like some of the materials we ordered are going to get here late. If we don't do something, it's going to throw a hitch into our preparations. Okay, I'll take another look at the schedule and see if we can rearrange things a bit. Sorry, Reen, but it looks like duty calls. Good luck preparing for our concert. Thanks. Should be your concert, not our concert. Well, no sense in just standing around here. We've got a lot to do and less time than I'd like to do it in. Our outfits are going to show up this evening too. I'll have to try and get as much as I can finished before then. Okay, let's get going. Alrighty. So I just want to check, because... I guess we only have Reen, we don't have anybody else. But I wanted to... Like, can we See, she's lost, like, everything. This drives me nuts. Okay, well, we'll take off Domination, because we don't need this on him anymore. I guess you can... No, we don't want to give him Zeus Gem either. Do that. Alright, so Laura, here's what we're gonna do. You need a blue one in here, so we're gonna give you that. You need a blue one in here, so we're gonna give you that. Wait, did we give? That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, we can auto-equip stuff. Oh, but I don't want to auto-equip. Alright, so we gotta give her, Domination for sure. Do want to give that to Quillen. So Domination. Quillen. could give her that, La Fort, but I kind of want to give her Burn. Well, it probably doesn't... I'm having a really hard time with this. Do Sleep. Or we can do the Zeus gem on her, but then she gets delayed by 7, which isn't good. So which one do we want? Nightmare? Nightmare. Wait, hold on. I have a plan. We'll use both, but we have to use... Wait. That there, and then Nightmare here. There. That'll work. Alright, that looks good to me. The only one is, can we just auto-equip everybody else? Oh, that only auto-equipped Emma. Okay, so we have to auto-equip everybody else then. Alright, that worked. Problem solved. Oh, right, but we also need to equip on Laura. You know, it would really suck if she gets everything unequipped again. That would make me really upset, actually. Now, which one has the most? Oh, it's 25 strength, definitely. Okay. I think we're good. We're good? We're good. How good? Very good. Prevents all status ailments. That's pretty broken. We're gonna keep that on her then. Alright. What are we doing here? I don't even know what we're doing. Okay. I'm getting overly distracted with trying to equip everybody, so I apologize. So let's start with, there's apparently a hidden quest, so we have to speak with the Vice Principal Heinrich in the school courtyard. So where is the courtyard? Is this the courtyard? Hello. I'm certain that I dropped it around here somewhere. Is something the matter? Nothing, I say. For that matter, what are you doing here, and when have preparations to... What are you doing here when you have preparations to make for the festival? Get back to work. Normally I would, but you look as though you have something on your mind. Are you sure I can't be of assistance? This is of a personal matter, and you butting into my private affairs will do more harm than good. Though, since you're here, it couldn't hurt to ask, have you seen a notebook around this area by any chance? It would have a black leather cover. I don't believe I've seen anything like that. I'd be happy to help you look, though. That is quite unnecessary. But if you are so inspired to assist me, you may do so by forgetting that this conversation ever took place, understood? This missing notebook has him even more on edge than usual. I probably shouldn't talk to him. That said, I'm sure he'd be happy if I found the notebook. I'll need some clues before I can do that, though. Alright, let's talk to him again. I must have dropped it while making my rounds. Aha, the rooftop. It's the only place that makes sense. But then it should be around here. Wait, so he seriously dropped it off the roof? Maybe I could figure out where he might be, where it might be if I head up there. Alright. To the rooftop. Hello. No, you are useless. What about you? Crow was supposed to help me out, but where could he be up to? So it must be you. Excuse me, mind if I ask you a question? I believe Vice Principal Heinrich was up here just a while ago. I see, that would make sense. Yeah, he was up here, came along to check up on how everything was going. He was using his notebook as a sort of checklist for all of our arrangements. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if his notebook was full of info on everyone's festival plans. Finding it should be a top priority. Do you remember where he was standing at the time? Just about there, right where you can get a good look at the courtyard. Oh, but he left right after that. He overheard some guys messing around over near the field, so he moved over there to yell at them a little better. I think he even leaned over the railings a bit for that one. Which means it probably didn't fall into the courtyard. Thanks, that narrows things down. No worries, best of luck. So near the field. So we have no bonding events, which is kind of disappointing. Oh well. Excuse me, may I ask you something? Oh my goodness, is something wrong? Do you need some help? Not exactly. So explained. Oh, so you're looking for a notebook? Now that I think about it, I believe I heard some first-year boys talking about something they found. That might be what you're looking for. Fantastic, that's my next stop then. This might be over even faster than I thought. Did you see where they went? I believe I heard them say something about going someplace quiet so they could get a better look at it. I'm sorry, I wish I could be more specific. Not at all. That's a great lead. That's a great lead as is. Somewhere quiet, huh? I think I might know where they are. No time to waste, I better get going. The old schoolhouse? Alright, let's see here. Now this is a good find. What do you think about this photo, Rex? Oh man, that's awesome. It's definitely an amateur shot, but it captures the energy of a live performance. It's almost too good. I wonder who it belongs to, though. The notebook's covered in some pretty expensive looking leather, so maybe it's one of the nobles. Excuse me, guys. You found the notebook somewhere, right? Mind if I take a look at it? Oh crap, guess that answers our question about the owner. Man, oh well, here you go. Looks like it matches the description, which means it belongs to Vice Principal Heinrich. I wanted to have a better look at her too. I know, right? I've never seen her before, but damn. Oh well, guess we better give it back to its owner. Guy seems pretty devoted to her, too. If we try to hold on to it, things might get ugly. Yeah. What are they talking about? Sorry for the trouble. Make sure it gets back in the right hands. Let him know you got our seal of approval, alright? Sure. What in the world is written in here? I kind of want to check. No, that'd be a bad idea. I should head back and return it to the Vice Principal. Even if this isn't his, I can't just turn it in at reception. I can just turn it in at the reception. Or at reception. Hey, don't tell me you're a fan too. Nice. She isn't that well known in the Empire, but I guess you Class 7 types are pretty worldly. Okay, now I'm really curious about what's in here. Alright, what we'll do is we'll take a break here. Next time we'll go and give the notebook back and see what they're all talking about. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.